Alrighty. Anyway. Oh, I gotta relax. Alright. So we are going on to week 11 now. 10. Um, I guess if you've been watching my other streams and everything like that, and just a quick heads up, I also stream up to, um, I post all these videos onto YouTube. So if anyone's looking to review them or look at them or anything like that, you can. Please subscribe to my YouTube. But yeah. So anyway, these are as always. I'm gonna talk about what happened last week, or then the past week, and also goals and all that kind of stuff for next week. Um, I can definitely say that the mental battle has been less severe this time around. Um, I know that last time when we were talking, um, I was having like kind of like a brain fog. Not so much that it was like I didn't know what to do or anything like that, but it was more or less like just not sure what was like if I was doing it right, you know. Um, every time I went in for my checkup, with my doctors and all that kind of stuff once a week, it would just kind of I would just kind of feel blah, you know. I wouldn't in the entire week I would feel that I was gaining weight, more than anything, that I wasn't doing enough, and I was having thoughts of wanting to just say fuck it and start eating pizza. If you follow me on Instagram, I kind of gave a little bit of an update there. Um, but you know, it's one of those things that I just you know, and it could have been the changing of the seasons. I mean, I live in Seattle, so we've gone into a point where we have a lot more rain, a lot more cloud cover. We hardly have any sunny days really, and especially for the past week, it's just constantly raining. So it could just be that changeover from having, um, you know, the beginning of fall and the end of summer and all that kind of stuff, and then changing over to fall, you know, wet, wetter season, rain season, Seattle, and all that kind of stuff. That could have had a little bit of effect on it. But I just kind of felt disconnected. You know, you know, I wasn't really streaming that much. I wasn't really, didn't know really what to do. I was just uh, kind of like a leaf in the water. You know, just kind of in a lake, just kind of spinning around. You know, this past week, I definitely got my head on straight. I was able to hit my goal of anywhere hit going between 3 and 4,000 steps. I definitely wanted to shoot for 5, but I'm happy that on uh, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday I hit my steps for 5,000, which was really sweet. I also stayed pretty true to my diet. You know, of course, you know I do. You know, once maybe even twice a week I do stop for fast food. And here's the thing, like, and a lot of people think you have to like eat healthy, and I'm not saying that you should try to eat fast food, but you just have to watch your calorie intake. That's what I was doing. That's wasn't doing anything else besides that. Um, and of course, you know, I would wake up, have my coffee, black coffee. I would have about 2 cups worth. If I needed to stop and get coffee, which I did on Wednesday, um, I went to Bigfoot Java, and I would get a iced. I'm an iced coffee guy. Iced coffee latte. It doesn't matter what milk I used, but I wouldn't do any flavoring. Or if I wanted some flavoring, I would ask them to do like, if I got a 32 ounce, I would ask them for like 1 or 2 pumps of a sugar-free flavoring. Just you know, just to put a little flavor in there, because just having it straight up, I like the taste, but you know, sometimes I'm like, you know, I really want like vanilla sugar free. Um, but you just have to watch that calorie intake. And once you get a hold of it, like you don't have to count calories all the time. I did my Fitness Pal, and I did it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I could understand everything was going to my body. And going back to fast food, most fast food joints will have the calorie intake, or you just look it up beforehand. You know, um, you um, and that's the biggest thing is trying to just make sure that you're going for your goal. I know that they put me at about 2200 or 2000 to 2200. Um, but since I'm on Rep 15, I can never pronounce it. It's kind of like a um, uh, hunger blocker and everything like that. They said you can be between 1800 to 2000. Now, on most days, I do hit about 16 to 1750, but I'm still making sure that I get my protein, micronutrients, and not so much my fat nutrients. Um, and I'm making sure that I'm still eating a lot of vegetables. I still make sure that, like, usually vegetables aren't unless it's a specific one. I try to just eat as many vegetables, and a lot of them count as 0 calories or too low to count. Some people do count them. I don't. And like I said, I try to have as much as possible. So, you know, Monday through Friday when I'm working, I'm out doing construction. I usually don't have time to go to. I don't have a microwave with me. Sometimes the subcontractors that are on site that I'm they're next to, sometimes they have a microwave and all that, but you can't bet on it. So I always pack cold. Um, Usually, in the morning I'll have my shake, and my coffee, and then I'll grab a protein bar. And the protein bar is mostly when I'm driving, and everything like that, just because I like munching on something. And I try to go with protein bars that have no sugar in them. And then for lunch, usually I'll have in my lunch I'll have my veggies. Usually about a gallon freezer bag filled of them, and it usually is like broccoli, cucumber, celery. A lot of times I'll even put a little bit of like a green apple in there and everything like that. But that's what I'm usually eating. But like I said, it's a freezer bag. Then I just bring a whole container of hummus, and I don't really watch how much hummus I have because I always over calculate how much I'm having anyway. Um, just a little bit. Usually about by 50 to 100 calories. Um, and then I just eat that. So I usually have about half a container. Sometimes if I'm not very hungry or I don't have enough time to eat, I'll have like a third of it. And then I usually put a bunch of more protein bars in. The protein bars are nice because it keeps my protein up, so it's my weight loss isn't subject to muscle loss, and everything like that. Especially when I'm working construction. I mean, last week was pretty busy. I mean, I was moving beams, cleaning up trash, sweeping out houses, and everything like that. So I was really active. So that protein is really important in there, because if you're moving around or doing it, you have an active job or something like that, and you're trying to do weight loss, you're gonna eat more muscle. And like I was saying last week, I did my uh I always forget what it's called. Ugh. I did my in body workout through 3010, and they have a device that you stand on in your barefoot. Usually, I try to do it in my undies, and then you grab them, and it says electrical things through. And doing that, I wrote everything in blue, and I'll see if I can. Here we go. Let me try to get this so you guys can see it. Um, so the blue, even though it's on the next box over, the blue is what was in August, and then the printed writing is just what happened when I measured. See that second number from the top, that SMM, is your muscle and all that, and it measured it at 126.3 pounds for my body. But then when I went last week, it was 120. So technically, I lost a little bit of muscle. But you can see on here like weight. I lost about 40 pounds on there. So that's what you want, that muscle loss and everything. And you can see a little bit of body fat down there went down a percentage, which is good. So definitely working hard and getting all that kind of done. That's really important to have because you want to make sure that you're not losing muscle. What's up, Curse? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Anyway, and I always do updates like this morning. I always measure my weigh myself in the morning. Uh, Sometimes I skip weekends. Sometimes I just I forget or whatever. If I'm in a hurry, no matter what, I check it Monday through Friday. A lot of people don't like watching or watching their weight like that. Um, but when you really come to it, as long as you're realistic with yourself, um, stepping on that scale isn't a problem. You know, I know why it's going up. I know what I eat. I know what I ate the day before that. I know, you know, sometimes all that kind of plays into it, um, and I, when I weighed myself this morning, I was at 440. So that marks officially 82 and a half. We'll say 82 pounds lost since the beginning of the year. Since I've been in the program of Horizon, I am now um, I am now 57 pounds down. 50. No, sorry, 40. Yeah, pounds down. Um, then, yeah, 52 pounds down with the program. It's been awesome. I'm getting towards the end of the program, which is making me a little nervous because that accountability is really nice. So I think I'm still gonna go back um, to I'm gonna still go back to them. I know that I can see one of the ladies. Her name's Mary. Really nice gal. I really enjoy seeing her and everything like that. And she's really um, energetic and everything like that. I can see her for like 20-25 bucks an hour, and that's easy. I can see her. I'm gonna try to see her 2 times a week, or sorry, 2 times a month. So instead of every week going in for a checkup, it'll be every 2 weeks. Just to keep that accountability because it helps. Um, and everything like that. And if I have to go back to weekly, I will. I don't see that. I know that definitely seeing my progress. What's up, Gloom? Thank you for being here. Definitely seeing my progress and all that. I know that I'm kind of on auto pilot for eating and all that kind of stuff. I know that like if pizza's ordered or some kind of I'm pretty good of keeping it down on my calories. Sometimes I go a little over. I do, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm still burning because I try to, as long as I am working out, that counts as negative calories. Whatever I'm burning. So like take for instance, my resting is like 3250. Okay, 3250. That means that eating about 2000 right there, I'm still my resting metabolic rate is still eating past that and then eating fat, and going into the reserves. But now you add exercise, so that usually, and you can see, like we'll go for, because today's not over yet. Pulls. So Sunday was perfect. Okay, as you can see, this is Google Fitness. I really like it. I love using it. I can track my weight on here. But you can see this is Sunday. Oh, no. Here up a little bit. Oh. But you can see right there. Okay, October 31st, I had 5,700 steps put in there. Will it tell me? Hold on. Back in time. All right, maybe I can't. The thing is, I thought that you could just go back. I guess I'll have to purpose. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. So I can go back. So if I go to Sunday, energy expanded for Sunday. Okay. All right. It's almost got it. Not wanting to. Okay, whatever. So you guys can't see it, but it is at 3,700. Okay. That's how many calories I burnt just walking. Okay. Now, mind you, this isn't 100% true because it is not like a actual weight loss, or not weight loss, an actual like, it's a step counter. Yes, it counts my steps, but if I throw my phone or whatever, it kind of is it. So I always, a general rule of thumb, I always round to the closest calorie intake or burn down. So if since it's 3,700, I go to 3,500, or if it's like 3,400, like it was on Saturday, I count 3,000. So 3,000 plus my resting is 62,000, um, and all that kind of stuff. So eating about a third of that, or almost just over half. Sorry, or just over no, yeah, a third of it. So I'm eating a third of that. So I'm still burning a lot. So that means that like just like on Saturday, my parents ordered Outback, and I had a burger and fries. Guess what happened the next day? Sunday morning when I woke up, I was down a pound still with all that activity. I mean, literally Saturday, yeah, I burned 33,400 and it's 24, but whatever. So pretty much 3,000 calories. Okay. Um, see how many steps I had on Saturday. On Saturday, I had 3,553. And then you go into heart. Well, I guess my heart points aren't going to really matter. But there it is. And then if you go, if I think I did measure on Sunday morning. Week Sunday. So yeah. I like I said, I skip weekends usually, so I didn't measure on it. Um, but like I said, I lost a pound, and then come Monday, I still was down a half a pound and everything like that. So this week, for week 10, I've lost about, I think I calculated it was like 3.9 pounds. Awesome, perfect. And that just goes into making sure that you're just keeping those calories. After a while, you start understanding. Like it, my go-to is usually Taco Bell or Jack in the Box. That means that if I have a quesadilla and 2 5 layers, that's going to be about. I think I calculated it's like 1,400 calories. That means I have 600 left for the whole day. Protein shake and protein bar this morning was about 150 altogether. So that means that my dinner is going to be about 350. But I did have talk about just a little bit ago, so it's okay. So that means that I'll have a shit ton of veggies tonight because I don't count those into my calorie intake. And we'll have like chicken, and chicken breast cut up about 6 ounces is like, I think it's a little less than 200 calories. So I'm still meeting it. And then with that protein in there, and all that, like my carb went way over, my fat is over, and my protein for today, like I said, I don't really track it, but I know that my protein with what I've eaten so far, is going to be at about 30%, where it should sorry, 25%, which it should be at 30%. Easy. The chicken's going to get me there. I'll still be below my calorie and I'll still lose weight. And that's the important thing to do it. Okay? Weight loss exercise is great, and I haven't been doing too much of it. I have been getting my steps in, doing my walks, which is considered helpful. But a lot of the things that I was doing in the early weeks, like weeks 1 to 7, I wasn't really walking. I wasn't really moving. The brain fog definitely helped with that, where it was holding me down. It wasn't helping me that much. Um, I just felt useless. You know, and like I said, it could have been the changing of the seasons. It could have been a thousand different things. I don't know 100% why. But but I was still losing weight. I was still losing anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds a week. That's because of your calorie intake. Now, I would say that the calculators online, if you guys have if you could do Google metabolical rate calculator, or resting metabolical rate, and what it is going to ask for your height, your weight, and it'll give you exactly what they think. Usually, for mine, it's anywhere from 34 to 37,000, or 34 to 3,700 to maintain my weight. To lose weight, it's anywhere from 28 to 3,000, 2,800 to 3,000, and that's the lose weight. So or yeah, something like that. And that usually you can always set it to like more pounds. I always just set it to 5, because per week they don't want you losing more than 5. They want you around that 3 or 4. So I just put 5 because I kind of want to lose weight fast. And being 6'6", it helps with that. Um, and it was pretty close when Horizon, the group that I'm with, they hooked me up to a machine, and you breathe in it for 5 minutes, or for 15 minutes. It's so annoying. I hated it. But it came up with the same number. So having that calculator is pretty similar. This just tells you a little bit more data, and everything like that. So if you have a doctor that has the metabolical scan, do it. It's uncomfortable. It's kind of shitty. I was able to be on my phone, just focus on breathing in and out constantly, and all that, and you just sit there and do it. It takes 15 minutes. It's fairly easy. And you kind of find that rate, and then you can find out how much you want to lose. So if you, for me, I'm a lot bigger guy, so hearing that my resting metabolical rate is at like 3,200, you're like, holy shit, like that's crazy. Like most people that go through the Horizon program, they're looking to lose like anywhere from 50 to 100 pounds. I'm looking to lose 200 pounds, 200 plus pounds, about 220 pounds actually. So that's why like it's crazy to think that I'm eating 2,000 calories. You know what I mean? But also my metabolical is a little bit slower. So a lot of that kind of plays into it. So you have to be careful with what you're how much you're eating. Definitely don't want to starve yourself, um, because usually if you starve yourself, it is worse than eating a shitload of candy. Okay. If you don't eat anything, your body goes into starvation mode, and it's just gonna sit there and uh, pretty much store all the food, because your body doesn't know when it's gonna eat next. I also try to eat every few hours. A protein bar here, my shake in the morning, my lunch. I try to eat every couple hours, just kind of keep everything rolling. It does help. Usually at night, once it reaches a past 7 or 8, if I'm still hungry, I buy a bunch of these guys. They're Slim Jims. There's no sugar in them, and it's just pure protein, a little bit of fat, and they're appetizing. Like I love beef stick, so I try to get the individual package, because if I just get a bag of beef jerky, I'll eat it all, and everything like that. So those help, where I can just have one, rip it off, eat it, boom, I'm good. You know, if I'm feeling extra hungry, like I was last night, I will have another protein bar. I do go through protein bars pretty a lot. Like I can eat anywhere from 2 to 3 a day. But that's just because it's a quick snack and it has a lot of nutrients, especially if you get the good ones from like Costco, the organic ones, or um, just the ones that aren't just packed with shit or chemicals that are just trying to sell you, oh, this is you're going to be the best protein bar. You get the ones that actually focus on nutrition and protein and all that kind of stuff. You're getting a lot of other stuff with it. So that's why I eat a lot of them, especially if I'm hungry. In between meals, I'll pop one. Usually, I keep about anywhere from 5 to 7 in my lunchbox. I don't eat that many in a day, but if I'm like driving home and my lunch wasn't enough, or maybe I had an early lunch, so and I stayed until 5. Now I'm driving home and I'm feeling a little bit hungry, and I can't really wait until dinner. I'll have a protein bar or a beef stick. I have beef sticks in my lunches too. And that's just the whole thing is you just have to, you know, having that accountability with the doctor's office weekly is awesome. I know a lot of people that can have a gym membership and have um, well, brain fart, fitness coach, and that's accountability. Especially if you have them weighing you once a week when you see them, or multiple times a week. You like I said, I have a program. If you're struggling hardcore with weight and you really want to focus up, like I said, find a doctor's office, read their testimonies, see what it is. I really like Horizon because as soon as I met Mary for my orientation, or whatever, or like kind of consultation or whatever, she was awesome, and I felt comfortable there. I felt really not like just relieved that I found someone that understands. And Doctor Baker, the main doctor there, lost a bunch of weight like I did. I think over 100 pounds. I want to say it was 150 pounds, but I can't remember exactly how much. But he lost a ton of weight, and so me and him can reason. And every time he sees me, he's like, "Dude, you're doing great." And having someone that like already done it like that, it's perfect. So just make sure that you don't go for the fad diets. A lot of people go for like 30-10 and all that. That's cool. I think having a doctor's office is a little bit more hands on. You'll do your blood working and seeing them. And the great thing about my program is I see a doctor, I have a counselor, I have a therapist, and I have a dietitian. You know, and it's all summed up into one. They have a program, I follow it, and the dietitian will take what you want. I told her I wanted structure, easy. Um, I don't like a lot of choices. I just like basic. And then if I need to add other things, I just make sure that it's within my macros and my calorie intake. But for the first like month, I was strict and I wasn't detouring away from it. I was staying with it. So that's my advice with that. The mental aspect is always the hardest because um, I'm not a pro at fixing myself, and I've just been um, just this last week has been really good. Staying positive, and I wasn't really thinking, and I know it's bad, but I've been like kind of thinking myself useless. This last week I kind of sounds bad. I was able to distract myself away from that with a lot of things going on in my life, and everything like that, and just kind of stay positive and be able to, just know that I'm doing everything I can. And I know like in the beginning I was having I was having a financial scare, and that's kind of gone now. And everything like that. Working for my family's construction company, so I'm good there. But it's just and I was trying to tell my therapist today. Um, the most times that I feel down on myself, it's just lonely. You know, having a female companion and all that kind of stuff, and being able to see someone. And I think the reason why last week helped so much is because I went out a couple times. I went to a Kraken game, Seattle Kraken game. I went twice last week, and well, for week 10, so it was technically last week and the week before that. Um, and um, and it was awesome. I got out, I was able to, kind of not really like dress up, but I wore pretty much what I always wear, wore my jersey. But I was able to go out there, and it was with my brother and my dad, which isn't obviously isn't female company or anything like that, but that's kind of the stuff that I'm like looking for, the kind of stuff I um kind of want, and it's not that um and it doesn't really have to be sex either and all that kind of stuff. It's just having to be able to hang out with someone, someone just that I talk with my guys, I hang out with people online and everything like that, but it's just not the same of hanging out with someone in person, having drinks or, smoking hookah and everything like that. Um, and then I was telling her like I hop on Tinder and the Facebook dating app, and I start going through that, and usually that like kind of helps, kind of just like, and then I get irritated. I'm like, whatever, none of these people are gonna like me back anyway, and if I do, we talk for like 30 seconds, and then that's it, whatever, fuck it. Um, so that's just how it goes and everything like that. Um, so you just have to kind of keep fighting, no matter what your life is going through. Even though I'm feeling lonely, and like I said, I could have just, last week I wanted a fucking pizza. I just wanted to order a pizza, order a bunch of sauces, order wings, and just fat out. I mean, just eat the whole pizza, and I didn't, because I was like the calories would be insane, and I wouldn't feel good about it after. I'm trying to do it, so I stay true to my calorie intake, stay true to my weight loss. Okay, exercise will follow at one point. I'm getting a lot better with it, but it's gonna follow. And you know what? I made a deal with myself. Like I wouldn't want to be in a relationship, at least a hardcore relationship, until I felt better about myself. I was healthy physically, mentally, and financially. Financially, I'm good right now. It's pitching pennies, but I'm still making all my bills. I'm still able to have gas in my truck, and I'm still able to have a little bit of money after. You know, and physically, I'm definitely, my steps are up. My I definitely want to still try to do exercising and get into our. We have a room that's kind of dedicated to fitness. I that. Um, I there's a good chance that I'm walking with my firefighter buddy soon when he's on shift. So that's always helpful. Hanging out with him and being able to see the station, because that always motivates me. Just stepping into the fire bay where the engines are and everything like that, and just smelling, just you know, um, I mean, no one, only firefighters will be able to understand that, or people that been in a station will understand that. But just that smell is just, it's amazing. So that's the whole thing, and like I said, I mean, I can, I can't say that I'm unhappy. I'm extremely happy. I mean, of course, the cherry on top would be that person to be able to hang out with, but you know, everything else that I'm wanting in my life is going great. I'm losing my weight, and I'm, getting my physical work in there, even though it's been shitty out and raining out. Um, I mean, I love the rain. I love storms and all that kind of stuff, but it still plays an effect on you. I actually did forget. I think another thing that kind of helped with this past week is I actually started taking vitamin D. When you're in Seattle, um, or a state that has a lot of rain, you tend to have a deficiency in vitamin D. So I take 5,000 BTUs every day too. So that actually might be helping too. Not only everything else, but having that extra vitamin D, because it does help your mood and your skin and everything like that. So it's definitely a good vitamin to take when you're feeling down. All that. Not saying that it's a cure for it, but it helps. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much the update. Um, like I said, I'm down to 440. Um, so there's a good chance that by next week, I will be in the 330s, which will be huge. The last time that I was this low was 2018, and before that, I couldn't remember. I will honestly say that my lowest was 418 in 2018. Um, so that's the goal right now to beat, and then it'll be 400 after that. It's very reasonable at this point. I feel very strong. I feel that's a good goal to have. I know that when it comes to the 430s, like I said, the last time I was 430 was when I was um, in 2018. Before that was high school. And I want to say even in high school because I was playing sports, football, hockey. I was in marching band too, and everything like that. Even in high school, I was probably around 400 pounds. Um, so I mean, the last time I was 430 has been probably sometime in the last, um, probably maybe when I was 21, so about 11 years ago. Besides 2018, so huge happy moment right there. Especially getting down once I hit the 420s, and I pass 418, you might see a grown ass man cry. Being below that, that means that's the lowest I've ever been since pretty much high school at that point. Um, yeah, so that's what we have, and like I said, you guys, I do have a YouTube channel now. It is the same as my Twitch channel, Art of Gaming with the underscores. I post all these videos there of my weight loss. So if you have someone that you want to share or you want to maybe rewatch one, um, those, go ahead and go like them, follow them, maybe subscribe to my channel. If you have someone that is, maybe struggling with their weight, or trying to do some kind of weight loss and they want a little bit motivation, send them my page. Like I said, I'll do even after my all my time is done at Verizon, I'll still do these weekly um, streams because this is also another form of accountability for me. So I definitely want to be able to hop on here and keep spreading the positive news. And even if I fall a little bit, you are really quiet. Don't. It might. I'm sick. I have a cold. So my nephew got me sick over the weekend. So I turned up my mic. So, and I'm also a little farther away too. It should be probably a little bit closer. Um, but and yeah, dang kids and their germs. Yeah. Um. So yeah. So that's like I said, subscribe to my YouTube. Um. I know that like I said, I post all these videos. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Stanky. Um, and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, and that's the whole thing is that this is open. I do have my Instagram. If people, it's that one's a little different. It's Journey of the Heart, with underscores, just kind of like my name. And all that kind of stuff. I might have to change it over to Heart of Gaming. I think because I think that will help out a lot. Um, but yeah, so I just kind of want to spread that out. So if you guys have people that is in need and all that, I am an open door kind of guy. So if anyone wants to come talk to me or message me or something like that, maybe they just need a little bit more information, motivation, or anything like that, please hit me up. And all that kind of stuff. I'm always here. It might take a few minutes to message back, but I will try my best to message right away and everything like that. So follow, subscribe on YouTube and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and just shoot me a message. We also have a Discord that you can join and even message me on there. I don't whatever helps you guys. I mean, this I'm still learning and still fighting the weight loss battle, and I mean I still have a long way to go. Um, and it's gonna be still an uphill battle. So, and that's what kind of the whole thing is gonna go about it. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. I will be streaming in a few minutes. Gonna probably jump on some Phasmo or Sea of Thieves or something. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta check with some people to see what they're doing, and all that kind of stuff. So Thank you guys for being here. It's awesome to have the support. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you. And I will catch you next week. All right, I'll let you know, Stan.